Twitch fam, it's not every day as a free-to-play player that someone tweets out a list that you can actually play because you actually have the cards. What you see on the right-hand side of your screen is a list by Jackie Chan, the Hearthstone player, not the martial artist. And it's an Anyfin list, and Finja seems like an auto-include in the Wicker Flame, but it's probably like the exclusions that make this interesting. For the longest time, this deck's been playing Ivory Knight, but between those two, it should be faster. He ended up, Jackie Chan that is, ended up going 7-3 at Seat Story, that recent competitive Hearthstone tournament. So we're going to jam some of this. It's going to be awful. I like Paladin. Paladin's probably my most played, but unfortunately it's not Anyfin. It's other decks. We'll leave that nameless. But let's jam some of this. Riles, man. Notification Squad, what's up, dude? Yo, check it. We got Nightbot running now. What is it? It's commands, isn't it? Oh, snap.
Uther versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
Yeah, the real test for this deck is going to be these aggro decks. We're going to toss back the Anyfin. The War Leader is interesting because it gives us something to do on 3. So I actually think we'll keep that. The Blood Mage. I mean, it's kind of just cycle. I'm going to try this. This basically gives us a good early curve. And maybe that's all we want. We just want to stall. Kill off some Murlocs till we get to Anyfin. This guy's just going to be an all-star. I haven't cracked very many legendaries this set. I think we're only at 4. But Finja and Wicker Flame is 2 of the 4. It's Destiny. Somebody at Blizzard wants us to play this deck. Zach, what are you doing? We don't have finals to study for? I think I'm going to run out the War Leader first. Because I don't want to throw out Burnbristle just to have the Searing Totem pop the Divine Shield. So let's trade off here. Let's see what we get from that. There is some merit to the Solemn Vigil. I don't think we need to do that. Chances of this getting hexed? Because he is running Loot Hoarder. This is not an aggro shaman. This is, I don't know what this is, shaman. Maybe it's like full-on Jade, just trying to ramp into Jade stuff as fast as possible. I'm really feeling Doomsayer Hero Power Pass, which should, I mean, if that baits out a Hex, we're excited about that. For him to come up with another 5 damage from hand after just using a Jade Lightning doesn't seem likely. This uses all of our mana, and then on the next turn, whenever this board dies off, we get a very cheap Solemn Vigil. If he hexes it, that's still fine for us because that means Hex is not hitting Tyrion, Rag, Finja maybe. He's probably not an issue with Finja, but one of the War Leaders. The other War Leader, that is. Astroneer. If you had to describe Astroneer in 3 words. Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted. Cheat Solemn Vigil. I can't pass this up. We'll start off with that. So we can run out Loot Hoarder in our other Murloc War Leader. That involves the coin. Seems fine though. Only other argument would be maybe holding on the coin so we could Anyfin on 9.
Let me think.
We could just play the True Silver and pass. Maybe that's what I want to do. Chances of him running Harrison or the Ooze. I don't know, those seem pretty common.
I wonder.
Yeah, I think I'd rather get value out of my True Silver later. A little bit scared over weapon removal. I mean, how is Astroneer any different from No Man's Sky? Let's see if I can watch a video.
What to do?
I do like the artwork and the animation. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
The Consecration lines up pretty smoothly here. And we can toss in a hero power. Other considerations, we actually benefit more from the Mistress than he does. This looks like a Jade and a Zoth style deck. The fact they have double Consecration seems like that makes it like an easy idea, right?
Reporting for duty.
If I didn't have the other Consecration, I might consider that a little bit more and maybe look to Hammer of Wrath instead, but he should be doing another Jade thing in just a second, and it'll be a 3/3.
Never mind.
Interesting. We can Wicker Flame, True Silver. Well, he tacks in, we lose our dude. We could True Silver this guy first. It's really nothing to panic. I may just True Silver over 2 turns. Since we have the second True Silver. Kind of like that.
Reporting for duty.
Life total is really not the fear in this matchup. We really would just like to combo off before he plays N'Zoth.
Warriors, come out to play.
Barnes is interesting. We have Rag, Finja, 2 Peacekeepers. There's a lot of variance there. If we get a Bluegill, it's still just a 1/1, right? So we're not even that excited about that. May just attack Tyrion. You can trade back pretty easy against the Tyrion. So I'm thinking I want to cycle the Hammer of Wrath. A little bit too early for like any type of equality shenanigans. We can finish this kid off and equip our other True Silver. I think I'm gonna finish him off and play out the Wicker Flame. The idea is here it's like a pretty awful trade for him. Like he's got to lose a weapon charge, which isn't that bad, but the 5/5 is going to take 2 damage, which allows us to kill him with our True Silver. Next turn. So really want to equality consecrate after this has been cleared, or like after her death rattle's gone off.
I wonder.
Man, if this was spitting out a 4/4, we'd be a lot happier. You know what? The Tyrion here seems actually pretty strong because he has to trade in quite a lot. I'm not sure if this deck is going to run Hex. And I don't really know if we're super... I don't know how sad we are about that. Like, if it was a slightly aggressive version, there's no way he's running Hex. But here, I think it's questionable on if he runs Hex or not. We could Pyromancer Equality. That clears. Then Aldor, the 5/5 that comes out. Which does not seem bad.
Like to play with fire?
Follow the rule. Reporting for duty.
Jackie Chan's original list has 2 Forbidden Healings in it. I only have 1. Not super eager to craft the other. And so I did slot in the other Outdoor Peacekeeper under the concept that I'd probably see some Jade shenanigans. Random question. When do side effects happen? When do they not change the stuff in the array? Give me a second. Believe it or not, I actually think I'm going to go for the Manatee Totem as opposed to the Azure Drake, because I don't want him to get value. We're not super hurt in life total because we got Forbidden Healing to follow up, and this will heal us for 2. Why don't we see what we get out of this first?
Tonight, a tale of wonder and magic.
Like to play with fire?
I didn't really change anything, right? I could Consecrate, which would take out the Mana Tide. Maybe that does change stuff. And then I can finish off the Azure Drake with a weapon charge. Oh no, I'm not going to have weapon. I'll do that.
Quickly.
Yeah, let's go back to this.
Justice.
Mind if I roll these?
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Zach, I'm not quite sure what happened with Nightbot there.
My life is your shield.
Rut-row. We do have another equality. I don't think Doomsayer gets there. Consecrate takes out a good bit of this, but if I Consecrate, we need to draw Equality and Pyromancer to make that work. That's not too good.
I wonder.
But I mean, it'll allow me to take this kid out, and it will reduce a lot of damage. I can draw into a bluegill. That doesn't really help me.